call it the Amaiya Splash.
You come up with something different, you gotta let us know.
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
Yeah, I definitely will.
I'm telling you, another T-shirt. I mean, we already got you we already got 3 T-shirts for you. Just one with your name on it, and one with your 2 rules, and now and your finishing.
Just
moves.
hire us as your promo your promotional people. We'll be good.
And I'll buy shirts because I love buying independent shirts.
Yeah.
They're great. I just asked Jesse Brooks for a shirt, and Hus says I knock bitches out. I was like, I'm not gonna be wearing it because I'll probably get arrested. I said, but I'm gonna buy it. I'll hang it on my wall.
There you go.
I'll put it on my front door so the Jehovah's Witnesses don't knock on my door.
That's fun.
If I offended any Jehovah's Witnesses that are fans, I apologize. Happy Halloween. Now, again, I love talking about the future because it's like something that we don't know about, but you definitely seem like somebody who's got so many goals and you got the future on your brain. Now, WWE, the way it is now, the way they have the Divas division, is that something you like or something like? What's your opinion on the current status of the Divas division?
Let's see how I can put this. I'm like neutral right now because they are women, and I support the Divas no matter how their matches go or anything, because for them to even get in the ring to do that constantly, that's just you have to respect that.
Right.
As far as their matches going with the time, I feel like it could be longer.
Mm-hmm.
It can be very long because they can put on a show. I've seen it before, and they can continue to do it. So that's just my opinion, without saying, too much.
No, I mean that's a popular opinion that
we've talked about that multiple times about the length of the Divas matches.
Yeah, to have 3-minute matches on a 3-hour show is ridiculous.
Or like WrestleMania, which was a 4-hour
and it was
4-hour
a 6-minute show,
6-minute match,
6-minute match, which was like wow, this match is twice as long, but it really wasn't long at all. But I really think that my opinion is that WWE with the Divas just need to start focusing more on the one-on-one.
Yes.
Stop these 6-girl tags.
Or tomorrow night they're doing a battle royal.
Yeah.
For
the number 1 contender?
I don't even know what it's for, but
they're just stuff. Get ready because nobody wants to see Layla because she's not a main focus anymore, or the other Summer Rae.
Yeah, the people who are fans of wrestling want to see people like yourself. They want to see people
wrestlers
like Charlotte and Sasha Banks and
Natalia,
Paige. AJ and Paige, women who can who can wrestle, and I think even the women in NXT and in the main roster right now who aren't necessarily the best in-ring technicians, if you gave them more time on TV, they could possibly be those in-ring technicians that the fans love.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree with that. So, for your fans out there on social media, how can they reach out to you?
On Twitter, they can follow me at Superfly Splash. On Instagram, it's the same as well, Superfly Splash. And Facebook is Amaiya Jade.
Okay, one more question before we let you go. Have you met Jimmy Superfly Snuka yet?
No, that is on my list, though. I want to meet him so bad.
I am going to do something for you. You might not be able to meet him, but I'm going to be meeting him, providing he shows up next Friday at CTW Wrestling. It's a charitable wrestling foundation to support cystic fibrosis. And I am going to get you a signed 8x10 from Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, man, that would be so awesome.
So we'll have a little role reversal.
There we go.
Usually the wrestlers send us autographs.
We'll send you something.
But I just know, what kind of fan you are,
yep.
And you model yourself after, the Snuka way, and it's commendable. And I saw her first splash on YouTube, and not bad. I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, it's gonna get better. I can go higher.
Exactly.
She's gotta get those knees out a little bit.
Nervous.
she prepped for landing when midway through, so.
I'd be prepping for landing before I even took off, so I'll give her props.
Yeah, and my ass doesn't get up on the first rope, let alone the third rope, so. Yeah, I have a hard time just getting in the ring, let alone on the rope, so. Amaiya, thank you very much for joining us, and
thank you for having.
Good luck with your career, and nothing but the best. And I'll be in touch with you in the next week so I can get your address to send you the 8x10.
Awesome.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, have a good one.
Have a good one.
You too. That was Amaiya Jade, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch her on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Very young talent, very, very, green, raw still, but she's got the tools. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've seen it. The first tool first and foremost is confidence and wanting to. Yeah, I mean, she's got the confidence. She's got the intestinal fortitude. Man, it's like Gorilla Monsoon Day. you got to have the work ethic too. It's one thing to want something, but it's another thing to work towards that goal, which a lot of people in this day and age, not even in the wrestling business, just in life, don't have that work ethic. Yep. And she's one of them. She's one of the people that has the work ethic, and I think it's great, and I would love to see her go far in the business. Yeah, and who knows, maybe we'll see her a little bit traveling up the East Coast, and we'll get to see her, or maybe that forever talked about road trip that we keep talking about. But we keep going further and further south with our road trip talk. But the road trip's going to become like a road weekend. But maybe the combination of wrestling and going to see one of our guests and food. It might lure us away from the upper East Coast. We should do that next spring and go down to Dallas, Texas, and go watch WrestleMania 32. Just an idea. Well, I already had that offer put out to me by our friends at Funkenstein Collectibles that we should go to WrestleMania Access and actually set up a table and advertise ourselves and maybe bring a guest with us. Yeah. And I would do stuff like that. Be down for that, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. Even my girlfriend was like, "Oh, you want to do it?" I'm like, "What?" I'm looking at how I'm like Mr. Anti-Wrestling. That would be that. I think she just wants to meet Randy Orton. I mean, for those of you who don't know me, I achieved one of my goals of going to a wrestling pay-per-view, a WWE pay-per-view last year when I went to Extreme Rules. Next on my list, I have to go to a Royal Rumble and I have to go to a WrestleMania. It's on my list. Before I die, I have to do those two things. Yeah, I went 2 years ago to No Way Out at Izod. I went to the Izod for Extreme Rules last year. Yeah, so I went 2 years ago. And, if I had good tickets, I'd throw down any amount of money for it. I really would. Well, SummerSlam tickets are sold out. Yeah, SummerSlam tickets sold out in less than 10 minutes. That's terrible. But also tickets for SummerSlam for Upper Deck were going for like $150, $200, and it's like if I'm going to sit Upper Deck, I'm not spending that much money. But if I'm going to spend $200, I'm going to sit a hell of a lot closer than that. See, the difference with SummerSlam and the other 900 pay-per-views is that how it separates WrestleMania separates itself from all of them is that most of the indoor venues they seat 30 to 40,000 tops. So when you're in the Upper Deck, you're still rather close, But WrestleMania, and they're at football stadiums, 80, 90. Next year, 110,000 at Texas Stadium. Next year at Texas Stadium, you're in the Upper Deck. You ain't seeing squat. Yeah. Exactly. And thank God Dallas has those humongous TV screens. They're going to be able to see everything from every single seat there. But I talked to people who were at Levi Stadium this year, and they were like, what would be behind one of the field goal posts, if the field goal posts were there, kind of like in the corner, but kind of behind the field goal post and then the sideline, but they're in that corner. Yep, that corner, that channel that goes up. And they said they couldn't see squat. They couldn't even see the screen. Wow. So they were just basing everything off sound and reaction, and they couldn't see nothing. And couple of them said that they had the MLB, they had the WWE network on their phone, so
they were
watching it on their phones
while they're there live,
while they were there, because and of course there's the delay, so like they're cheering, and then like 35 seconds later they're watching while they were just cheering. So I mean it's pretty funny, but hey, that's what you got to deal with when you want to do live anything, just like live radio. You got to deal with technical difficulties. Yep. So we're going to take a commercial break, a scheduled commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to cover the Jobbers tournament because we love the Jobbers. We love them. All right, hold on. We'll be back.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
You're listening to Damage 365 Radio, and this is ECW Original, the Angry Amish Warrior Roadkill. Chickens.
An event so large, so huge, it has to be mega. The Lacey Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with the Superstars of Wrestling Live, presents Mega Slam. Featuring the most violent tag team on Earth, Aku and the Barbarian, the Faces of Fear. WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. And WWE legend, America's favorite, The Patriot. VIP rows 1 and 2 are $25. All other floor seating is $20, and bleacher seats only $15. For all ticket information, call the Lacey Chamber of Commerce at 609-607-7670. Stand up and be counted at the Lacey Township High School, 73 Haines Street, Lanoka Harbor, New Jersey. The Lacey Chamber of Commerce and the Superstars of Wrestling Live, where generations collide.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to do our Jobbers tournament. That would be results from round number 3 as we get into our Elite 8. Yep, Elite 8. So the Sweet 16 came down to Santino Marella knocking off Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and Iron Mike Sharp defeating Special Delivery Jones, setting up round number 4. Santino Marella versus Iron Mike Sharp. That should be interesting.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. I'll go with the man who holds the record for quickest elimination in the Royal Rumble, Mr. Santino Marella. The Cobra.
But he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
I remember that. He was like, I wasn't ready.
That was supposed to be broken this year, too. Titus O'Neil was supposed to break that record.
But they couldn't get him out and got hung up on the ropes or whatever. Yeah. Who cares? I mean, I like it better with Santino anyway. It's funny. It's like because he's like the type of guy that he'll go to an autograph signing and he'll like sign like Royal Rumble record 1 second. Santino Marella like he's proud of stuff like that. Like he's funny about that. So moving on, the finals that everybody hoped we would have, but because they were in the same bracket, it didn't happen. Barry Harwitz took on the Brooklyn Brawler, and it was the Brooklyn Brawler victorious over Barry Harwitz.
Barry Harwitz should have won the whole thing.
So pat yourself on the back, Barry Harwitz. You got to round number 3, but it's the Brooklyn Brawler. Moving on. Johnny Ace.
John Laurinaitis.
Defeated by Leaping Lanny Poffo. So we just heard his promo. Leaping Lanny Poffo victorious, and he'll be taking on the Brooklyn Brawler.
Jobber tournament. I love Lanny. It's got to be Brooklyn Brawler because it's the Jobber tournament. Brooklyn Brawler.
I didn't even like putting Lanny in this because it's like I didn't find him as a jobber. But I mean, later in his career, he pretty much was a jobber. Yeah. But Leaping Lanny Poffo was one of those guys that kind of made cruiserweights like visible.
Yeah. he was the start of that.
Like he started like the whole middleweight guys, very agile, jumping off the ropes and doing all that stuff. And, obviously his brother, Randy Savage, made being a wrestling fan fun and cool. Yep. And he just took it to a whole new extreme of being not only a guy who is physically built but agile and you know the high flying but to do the high flying but still be able to keep it within the ring technically.
Yep.
You know, so that's why I don't like putting him in here. But you know, leaving Lenny Pavo takes on the Brooklyn Brawler, the only world champion in the bracket.